Yo, what is going on, you slackers? It's your boy, Slackerz Gaming, coming at you again with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. Alright, so, today I decided to kind of a theme here. So, well, first of all, as you can see on screen right now, Appointer of the Red Lotus. Now, over the past week or so, this card's getting a lot of attention, we'll say, and it's not a bad card, actually. I mean, the artwork is butt ugly, but but that's besides the point. It's not a bad card. So I'm not doing a video on Appointer to kind of cash in on everybody else doing, Appointer videos. So I decided to scour the Yu-Gi-Oh card world, and card world, whatever. But I decided to look at, try to find other cards that are similar to this, that could, reveal your opponent's hand and kind of help get some advantage. So, just real quick, if you don't know what Appointer does, you pay 2,000 life points and reveal all cards in your hand. So that's already a big price. 2,000 life points. You have to reveal your hand as well. But then you get to look at your opponent's hand and select one card. Banish that card from play until your opponent's next end phase. So it's not bad. It could take out a crucial card from their deck if they already have it in hand, obviously. But it's not about Appointer for right now. So let me get right into the list. Coming in at number 5 is Drag Down into the Grave. Now this is a good old card right here. I used to be a Dark World player back in the day. Love Dark Worlds. And this card got a lot of attention. Ended up getting reprinted as a super rare in one of the like Joey's World or Yugi's World or something like that, but this card was pretty big. Basically, both players reveal their hands. Each chooses a card from their hand, discards it, and then then you get a draw card. So, yes, your opponent does discard, but they get to draw as well. So that's kind of a negative, giving them a new card if they got something in their hand that they don't want. But I guess you get to you get the same thing. You get to discard one as well and draw another one. But this is just kind of the first one. In oldie but goodie. If Dark Worlds ever made a comeback, this would be a card that would definitely be a staple in the decks and you'd have to look out for. So, yeah, I definitely had to get dragged down into this list. I just wanted to give it a quick shout out. Very good card that someday, Dark Worlds, I don't know, even Fabled, I suppose, if any of those got big, this could be a card that you see a lot of. So, yep, Drag Down is just going to start us off at number 5, which leads us to the number 4 card on the list, Spiritual Water Art. How do you say that last one? AOA? I don't know. Spiritual Water Art, basically. It's another trap card. It's specific to the water attribute. You attribute one water monster, you get to look at your opponent's hand and then send one card from their hand to the graveyard, which, hey, Mermails, this was a big card in Mermails a few years ago. It did see quite a bit of play, and, perhaps slower formats again, if Mermails are still a thing, or if there's another, I don't know, water deck that comes into existence. This could be another card that could see a lot of play. I don't want to just focus on Mermails, but just any waters in general. Get pieces out onto the field, do your plays, and then if you got something left over that you don't quite need, and you got Spiritual Water Art in your hand, set this, pass turn, your opponent draws, activate this card, boom, you get to look at their hand, so you get to know what they're about to set up for. Plus, you get to get rid of one card that they have that could be a problem for that turn, so, and, it's I don't know. I think it's I don't want to say it's slightly better, but I guess it is because I have it at number 4 instead of 5. But I didn't want to put this too much higher on the list, only because it revolves only around water monsters, and let's face it, there's not a lot of water monsters right now that are seeing a lot of play. So, yep, Spiritual Water Art, another good old classic that's seen some play that can definitely come back and see more play in the future. So, yep, Spiritual Water Art comes in at number 4, which then leads us to the number 3 card on the list, Smokegrenade of the Thief. Now, I had to do a little bit of digging to find this one. I remember having this card way back in the day, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody play it. It's just such kind of an obscure card, but you know, since the whole thing about everybody's like, oh, pointer's good, and you get to reveal your opponent's hand, look at it, and all that stuff. You know, I found this card, and it is an equip spell, first of all. So the effect here is when the equip spell card is active and is destroyed by a card effect. So it can be either your opponent's card effect or your card effect. You get to look at your opponent's hand, select one card, and then discard it to the graveyard, which is pretty good. But the problem with this is if you have it equipped to a monster, is your opponent really going to go out of their way to destroy this? No. I mean, why are they going to want to let you destroy, or why are they going to want to destroy that this specific card just so you can look at their hand? Now that it's, I don't know, it's a little gimmicky, I suppose, but with cards nowadays, you can easily pop your own stuff, you know, with all back row removal, you know, MST or Twister or the heavy dust storm or whatever, you know, all that stuff. Even Dragonic Diagram, now that I think about it. I suppose get out a monster onto the field, equip it with this, play Diagram, pop this card. Now you get to search for, I suppose, True Drake or Masterpiece if you really want to, and then you get to look at your opponent's hand. Actually, that's kind of a little dirty combo. Not too bad, but I'm definitely not saying run this at 3 in True Dracos. No. That's not a little bad combo right there. But yeah, you can pop it yourself, so it makes this card pretty decent, at least for this list, in terms of you know, looking at your opponent's hand. So yeah, Smokegrenade, a thief. I don't think it had too many printings. Maybe just 2 printings, and that's from like years and years ago. So this is a very old card, probably hard to find. But yep, I found this and I was like, yep, Smokegrenade has to go on to this list. So yep, there it is, coming in at number 3. So up next, coming in at number 2 on the list is Designator. Now here's another, I mean, pretty much all these cards are older cards, but this one isn't too bad, actually. Basically, you declare any card name, then you get to look at your opponent's hand, and if they have that card in their hand, you get to banish it. Otherwise, if they don't, I think you end up, yeah, you remove 1 random card from your hand, or banish 1 card from your hand. So, you know, I was thinking about this. I gotta look up what Metaphys, but don't they revolve around kind of like banishing and getting effects? I could be wrong. I really haven't looked into that, but if they played this in there and say they only had Metaphys monsters in your hand, and you call the wrong card name, but you just get to look at your opponent's hand anyway. So call Jerry Beans Man. Look at your opponent's hand. They don't have it. Then you have to banish a random Metaphys monster from your hand. Hey, I think that works. I don't know. Like I said, I got to look up. Go away, Clash of Clans. But like I said, I got to look up what the Metaphys do. So this could possibly be in there. I don't know. Don't quote me on this, but it's another good card. The only cost is if you don't declare a correct card name. Of course, you got to banish 1 from your hand. But hey, you get to look at your opponent's hand. You don't have to reveal your hand. There's no life points you got to pay. You know, you don't have to discard anything until, well, not to activate it at least. But banish 1 random card from your hand if you get everything wrong. I don't think it's too big of a price to pay. So yeah, Designator, another old card that's going to make the list here at number 2, I believe this is. Which leads us to the final card on the list, Exchange, which comes in at number 1. I love this card. I don't know. I like the artwork. I still remember in the anime when Yugi and Joey were facing off against each other, and Joey's under the mind control of Merrick, and Yugi goes and plays this card, which is pretty awesome. But so there's a lot of nostalgia kind of in this card for me. But yeah, Exchange. Both players reveal their hands and add 1 card from each other's hands to their hands. So, hey, you can kind of mess over your opponent a little bit. Give them a card that's not going to do anything for them. you know, just basically give them a dead card. If you got, like, say you have exchange in hand and one other card that, I don't know, just one random card for whatever reason. I'm going back to Jerry Beans Man on this. So you have exchange in your hand and you got a Jerry Beans Man in your hand. Play this. You get to look at your opponent's hand, so you get to know what they're trying to set up for or what they might play next turn. And if there's a big, I don't know, power card that they're about to play, take that from them, and then you give them the Jerry Beans Man. So now they're stuck with Jerry Beans Man, the most powerful level 3 monster on the field, or in the game, I mean. Don't sleep on Jerry Beans Man. Yeah, but, yeah, so exchange, yep, good old classic, little nostalgia feel to it. So, yeah, just wanted to kind of get this little list that I've kind of found. And I guess I kind of just came up with over the past few hours while searching around for cards. But yep, here we go. This is my top 5, kind of unforgotten. I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but it's like top 5 reveal your opponent's hand cards, something to that effect. You get it. You've seen the cards. But yep, that's pretty much going to end this video. So I'd like to thank everybody again for watching, and hopefully we will catch you all on the next upload. Peace out, everybody.